Mediterranean diet staples for a beginner. Let's do it. Okay, let's start with the most obvious, and that is going to be good quality olive oil. This is like the staple of the entire diet, and following along with that would be really good healthy fats, because like 30 to 40% of the diet comes from fats. So of course you have your olive oil, also some good quality olives. You can have things like avocado for good fats, as well as a really good quality nut butter, which has good healthy fats.
This may be obvious for some, but not for others, an abundance of fresh fruits and vegetables, specifically organic and seasonally grown.
Especially things like tomatoes and garlic. And I have tomatoes in all forms. Here's sun-dried for salads, and crushed tomatoes, canned tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, all the tomatoes. Lots of beans and lentils, legumes, things like that. And then adding in seeds and nuts here and there is also great. Now, when we're talking about proteins, the emphasis is going to be heavily on seafood. So here, for example, I have some wild-caught sockeye frozen salmon that I picked up from Costco. I have sea bass, I have mahi, I even have some canned seafood here. This is some smoked mussels. And then a lot of times you can get your protein if you're trying to do a non-meat product from eggs. Mild to moderate amounts of whole grains. If you're going to have pasta, it's good to have a whole grain or a whole wheat pasta, things like brown rice. I like to get these whole grain mini pitas, and I like sourdough bread over sprouted bread because my daughter has a thing with gluten, but sourdough is great too. Let's do some dairy. So I like to have fresh cheese like ricotta cheese, but then I also have my staple, which is a good Greek feta cheese, and manchego cheese for a harder cheese for snacking. And then also, if you're going to have a yogurt, try and get minimally processed, no sugar added, true Greek yogurt. And I think one of the most important takeaways is making sure you stay away from highly processed foods. You want to stay closer to more fresh and natural foods whenever possible, even things like water. So instead of drinking out of plastic, drink out of glass. And I like to make sure when I get a sparkling option, I get mineral water, because there's trace minerals in here, and that's the way we were meant to drink water, not water that's been stripped of all of its good natural elements. So that's my little beginner's guide. Let me know if you have any other questions.